Hello, my name is Tiffany Merity, and I will be talking to you about the greenhouse gas emissions. Greenhouse gases are gases that trap heat in the atmosphere. The activities we do on a daily basis are the causes of the increase in greenhouse gases in the atmosphere over the last 150 years. Burning fossil fuels for electricity, heat, and transportation is the largest source of greenhouse gas emissions from human activities in the United States. Electricity production, transportation, industry, commercial and residential, agriculture, land use, and forestry are the primary sources of greenhouse gas emissions in the United States. Greenhouse gas emissions has increased by 4% since 1990. Emissions can rise or fall due to changes in the economy, the price of fuel, and other factors. The National Program for Greenhouse Gas Emissions and Fuel Economy Standards for passenger cars and trucks was developed by EPA and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. The standards were established in two phases. Phase 1, model years 2012 through 2016, and Phase 2, model years 2017 to 2025. The standards were projected to save families more than $1.7 trillion in fuel costs, cut 6 billion metric tons of GHG over the lifetimes of vehicles sold in model years 2012 through 2015, and reduce America's dependency on oil by more than 2 million barrels per day in 2025. On April 2nd, 2018, the EPA announced they will overturn the Obama administration's new requirements to boost fuel efficiency and cut greenhouse gases from passenger cars. The Trump administration was expected to announce that it would scale back the standards for model year 2022 through 2025 cars and trucks finalized under President Obama. Head of EPA Scott Pruitt said the agency will revise the rules. This decision sets up a potential battle with California, which has vowed to stick by its targets to slash plant-warming carbon emissions from tailpipes. Automakers have sought relief from Obama's rules, and some industry watchers warn the move could create a complex and costly market for Ford and General Motors. The U.S. car market could split in two. California and a dozen other states under their law would keep the higher standards in place, and the rest of the nation would follow the federal government's lead. California's elected leaders and environmental activists vowed to fight the push, while the Trump administration argued that the state has exceeded its authority under the law. Pruitt said EPA will set a national standard for greenhouse gases that allows auto manufacturers to make cars that people both want and can afford, while still expanding environmental and safety benefits of newer cars. He also stated it's in everyone's best interest to have a national standard, and we look forward to working with all states, including California, as we work to finalize that standard. Pruitt announced that the administration will abandon the federal goal of having vehicles average 55 miles per gallon by 2025. That will be replaced with a weaker fuel economy standard that the administration will settle on at a later date. The action sets up the administration for confrontation, as stated earlier, with California and a dozen other states that use California's emissions rules. Pruitt, along with the EPA, has said that the revision of the rules will not only help the car industry, but will help consumers as well. Thank you, and this concludes my presentation.